videotaping. So, and today, or the next 5 minutes, I'm going to talk about business concept paper writing, okay? And this is what you're going to do on December 14th, right? You're going to send in your team's completed business concept.
December 14th is the deadline.
December 13th is the deadline, not 14th, 13th.
14. I mean, the 14th is the deadline,
14th.
but they will start to send their application starting with November.
Okay, is everyone,
But we will announce.
did everyone hear that? Okay?
Deci când o puteți trimite voi conceptele, din noiembrie, noi să anunțăm pe Facebook și prin e-mail, pe toți. Din ziua cu tare aveți start la aplicări până pe 14 decembrie, când este ultima zi.
Inclusiv?
Inclusiv 14.
You got that? Okay, so what is a business concept paper? Who can tell me? Word, an idea.
It's a paper where the business concept is written.
Okay, that is very good. Anybody else have any other ideas? No? Alright, oh, that's very good. Okay, so basically it is an argument. Okay? What you're doing with your paper is just saying this idea is a very good idea for a business and this idea will work. Okay? Now, when I say argument, I don't say all the other ideas are garbage. I'm simply saying you need to be presenting your business idea in the best light. Okay, I should also say that I'm very excited and I talk very fast when I'm excited. So, if I talk too fast or say something you don't understand, please raise your hand. I will not be embarrassed. Okay? For the essence of time, this is just some nitty-gritty stuff. So everyone must have submitted their business concept papers by December 14th. The website you use to register your team's pitch burner, that is the website where your registrations will be submitted. We will have more information coming out shortly.
Just one thing to add. Loginul pe care l-ați creat atunci când v-ați înscris în competiție, pe l-aș folosiți atunci când aplicați cu ideea de afaceri. Da? Vă rugați acolo cu ID-ul vostru și parolă care ați ales-o și trimiteți ideea de afaceri.
5 maxim, dar cât e minim?
Ce?
Pagina, în general, concept.
Maxim 5,
Yes.
restul
Yes.
nu are.
You could have a one-page business
Yeah.
concept paper. I would recommend trying to go for 5 though.
Yeah.
Okay? Please, don't make sure there's space on the sides. And as you can see, I have really bad eyesight. So please make sure I can read the words and so without a magnifying glass. Okay?
Which type should it be? Comic Sans, Times New Roman?
Whatever suits your fancy. Okay. So who remembers the lean canvas from yesterday? Okay? Alright. So a good concept paper will cover all these things. Alright? Now if you look, does anyone still have the lean canvas, the handout from yesterday? Okay. I forgot mine in the back of the room, but as you can see, who is the customer? That is one of the boxes, in fact, is it not?
It is.
It is, okay. The problem, your solution, which one do you think, why is your solution the best? What box would that be? Would anyone try to guess?
The competitive advantage.
Competitive advantage, perfect. What your team can expect to deliver results? What box, that's a little bit more the gray area, but which boxes do you think this is important for?
Maybe key measures.
Key metrics, channels is another thing, not marketing channels, but supply channels. So that you can show the judges that you've thought out how your business will operate. How you will make money, revenue stream, cost analysis, all those very fun stuff. And finally, any proof that you have that your concept will work. What do you think you need to do this?
Minimum viable product.
Minimum viable product testing, okay? Alright, the paper should also address feasibility. Who can tell me what feasibility is?
How realistic a concept is?
Yes, if I'm saying I want to start a business where I make rocket ships, if you were the judges, you'd probably look at me and go, what are you thinking? How are you going to build a rocket ship? And I have to explain. growth potential.
The possibility of developing.
Developing, yes. So, I am from Belts, so I'm going to start my business in Belts, but I want to show that my business can grow outside of Belts. And finally, we just had a great presentation on social impact. If you want to compete for the social impact prize, you should be addressing that in your paper, okay? This great wing canvas, just flash it up there. Alright, so the reason why I had us tear up the paper is that there's actually no one way to write a business concept paper, okay? The one thing that you need to be thinking about when writing it is, does this make sense? It should, some people say it should tell a story. I like to think it sounds logical, okay? Now, did everyone here follow my directions? Did everyone follow my directions I was giving? It was like fold, tear, right? Alright, so if you think about it, those points, those 7 points, problem, customer, solution, those are your directions, okay? But you can write a paper however you want, okay? We will be supplying 2 business concept papers from last year. The first one is actually Matt Rudder's team, the team that had the mushrooms. And this is a map I made of their team's paper, okay? So they started the problem, they went to the customer, they then gave the solution, they talked about their marketing strategy, revenue stream, the cost they will have to pay for, the unfair advantage their team has, and finally they ended up talking about the growth potential of the team, okay? Now, you're also going to get the business concept paper for another team. I want to say they were top 5. Do you remember?
Yes.
Do you remember place the team with the?
Well, the mushrooms took the second place.
Okay. So this second example is actually of a team that came up with an idea where they would sell sports equipment online. Okay, they would actually create a website and sell sports equipment. And it starts out like the mushroom, where they identify the problem, but right away they change. They go straight to their solution. Then they start talking about the customer. Right? And from there, it's logical. The paper follows a very logical progression, but it's logical to their business idea. Right? So they talk about revenue. Marketing, their marketing strategy is actually phenomenal. They actually go through a point by point, and when they talk about marketing, they're also talking about how they will expand. They then discuss feasibility, and feasibility was really important for this concept paper because, has anyone here ever designed a website? One person? There are 2 people. Is it easy to design a website?
Depends what kind of website
Okay.
you need and what.
I've actually designed this website, but if my sister would say, I'm going to design a website and set it down on the computer, could she do it?
Yeah.
My sister, who's 15 years old and can't even turn on the computer without help.
I
She's
cannot
gonna-
do it.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Yes.
I know very well to use the computer and Excel and stuff. But
Yeah. Okay. So this team, the team was your age, right? And in their paper they said, yes, we are young, but we can do this. And they gave examples. They ended with explaining how their team had an unfair advantage, and lastly they talked about the costs that the business was going to have. All right. Who's got questions?
yeah, so we will post this. This
Yes.
on